Happy Sunday, Maximizers, and welcome to my live. If this is your first time watching me, I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. My name's Crystal, aka Crystal Maximizer. I was washing them dishes, so I got ashy hands. And I am a content coach, and I help product based business owners create consistent content that converts for them. I help them create a content and sales plan that works for them so they can consistently make that money. I have been creating content on social media since 2018. I started my very first YouTube channel in 2018. I've grown that YouTube channel to over 42,000 subscribers. I have built up my TikTok. I have built up Instagram. I started my second YouTube channel last year and I just crossed 600 subscribers. So I'm super duper excited for that channel. I have created over 2,000 videos on YouTube between my two channels and I have gone live over 600 times since 2019. And in the early part of 2019, I was only going live like once a month, but I've gone live over 600 times, which is absolutely insane to think. I am a content machine. I have been creating content consistently on my social media channels. I did it for 5 years straight. From August of 2018 to February of 2024, I posted every single week on social media. Every single week. Do you hear me? I posted every single week across social media for 5 years. And then I finally took like a 2 month break to deal with some life things. But for 5 years, I posted consistently. This content has allowed me to have a multiple six-figure business. I've made close to $400,000 all from social media. I've had, 5-figure brand deals that I got from my content. Thank you so. Oh wait, hold on. Let me turn everything up. Thank you so much for those roses. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I've gotten 5-figure brand deals all from the content that I posted. Hey, thank you so much. My TikTok's like making all these noises. Thank you so much for those roses. Let me know if you have any questions. My content has allowed me to build a business and to have a life that I enjoy, and I've done it all from content. Has it been easy? Absolutely not. It has not been easy at all. But I am a business owner first, a content creator second. My content built my business. My content is the reason why I'm able to make sales consistently. My content. So, content is important if you are using social media to market and make sales on your business. So, thank y'all so much for the likes. Thank y'all so much for the roses. I appreciate it. So, for tonight's live, I want to talk about creating and finding the time to create your content. Because if you are a business owner and social media is the main way that you are promoting, marketing, and making sales in your business, you have to make time for it. Content cannot be a secondary thing where, oh, it's Monday, I need to post something. Oh, it's Sunday, I need to post something. And you think of it in the moment. As a business owner, you need to strategically sit down, plan out your content, decide what you're posting, and actively engage with your audience and sell to them. So tonight I want to talk about making time to create content as a business owner. And I would love to know who's here. I'm live on all of my platforms right now. I'm live on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, both YouTube pages. And I want to know who's here. So let me know in the comments where you're watching from. And I want to know, what is your business? What is your business? So don't be shy. Let me know in the comments where you're watching from, what city, what state, what country, and what's your business. I want to know who's here. I want to know who I'm talking to. And I want to be able to give you specific examples and feedback around your business based on the tips that I'm giving you. And tonight, again, we're talking about how to create time, or how to make time to create your content. Okay. Hey, King, how you doing? Shay Sprays is in Columbia, South Carolina. Shay Sprays, what is your business? I need to tell y'all where I am from. I am in Orlando right now, Orlando, Florida. And my business is content coaching. So I am a coach that helps you with your content and your sales. I help you create a content strategy that consistently brings you sales. That's what I do. That's where I am. I'm in Orlando, but I'm from Baltimore. Because people are like, I hear your accent. I'm from Baltimore, but I live in Orlando. Okay. Shay Spray is here from South Carolina? Yeah, South Carolina. Thank you so much for joining. Kickaboo, North Carolina, sea moss, elderberry syrups, and juices. Love that. Do you sell online or in person? Let me know. I sell natural air fresheners made with essential oil. Oh, I had a client who sold air fresheners, carpet fresheners, candles. Nicole is here from Detroit. Hey, Nicole. What's your business? Let me know. She says both. That's awesome. Thank you so much for joining. So yes, I'm dropping some gems on content. My lives are interactive. I engage with my audience. I respond to every comment. I answer every question. So if you have any questions throughout the live, let me know. I will have a specific Q&A time at the end, but I will go back and forth. I will answer your questions. So if you have a question, let me know. And I will be more than happy to answer it for you as we go along. But stay along for the ride. We're going to be talking about making time to create content for your business. Now, I want to say this. Creating content for your business is different than just being a content creator. Because again, we are a business owner first, and our goal is to make sales eventually. But before we make those sales, we do have to build and connect with our audience. You have to build an audience on your social media before you start selling. So you want to make sure that you have an audience on your social media page before you start saying buy, buy, buy. And I also don't suggest that you just say buy, 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 because that is not the way to get people to buy from you. Okay. All right. So my first tip for you when it comes to making time to create content in your business, the first thing you have to do with everything is you have to decide that it's a priority, that it's important, and you're ready to make time for it. You cannot half-ass your content and expect to build an audience and make sales. I'm going to say it again. The first tip for you is deciding with yourself. Creating content for my business is important. It's a priority, and I am ready to make time for it. Just like you have to make time and be ready to commit to your business. If your business is a side hustle, meaning you have a 9-to-5 or something else that pays for your bills, you have to decide that this thing is important to you. If you half-ass it, you won't make sales. If you're not serious about it, you won't make sales. If you don't intentionally make time for it, you won't make sales. You know what my coach used to tell me? Your results make sense. If you're posting once a month, once every 6 weeks, that's why your audience isn't growing, and that's why you're not making sales. So my first tip for you, I need you to decide that it's important, decide that it's a priority, and decide that you are ready to make the time necessary to put into your business and specifically into your content. Okay. Second, you have to write this down, and preferably somewhere electronically. When it comes to planning out your content and becoming a well-oiled content machine, you need to plan it out, and preferably electronically. I always have a notebook with me. There's a lot of things that it's easier to write, but when it comes to creating your content and planning it out, creating the content is the easiest part for me. Recording the videos is the easiest part. It's all of this prep work that I do before I sit down to record videos. That's the hard part. So in order to be very strategic about your time, I highly suggest you use a project management system to manage your content creation. Okay. What do you mean, Crystal? There's project management systems. I personally use Airtable. And basically, it's a platform where you can have a calendar view, you can have a Kanban view, you can have a list view, you can have a grid view, you can have an Excel sheet view, you can have all of these views. But the point is, all of your content will be prepared in one place. You need a place. Even if you want to use your Google Doc, if you want to use a Google Calendar and create a specific calendar that's just for content, for you to put all your information in, you need a space where all of your content can go. And also, a list of topics, a running list of topics. So you need an electronic place for your calendar so that you can overview your calendar, and you need an electronic space of running lists of topics, of videos and content that you want to create. Okay? That's my second tip for you when it comes to creating time, because our time is valuable and you may not have a lot of time. I suggest to my clients to have 7 to 10 hours per week invested into their business. About 4 to 5 of those hours a week maybe can go into marketing. Maybe not even 4 hours, maybe like 2 to 3 hours a week should go into marketing and content creation. So your time may be limited, but in order to make sure you're the most effective and you're maximizing your time to the highest extent, you have to be organized. You can't write down your content ideas in a notebook and then go to the library and work and leave your notebook at home. When it's electronic, you can open it on your computer, you can open it on your phone, you can open it on your iPad. So I want you to think about the accessibility to be able to create content. And also when it comes time to record and film and do all the things, you have it in an electronic space so it's easier to read. There's no issues about it. Okay. So use a calendar to plan. My next tip for you is to audit your current time. I was literally just talking to my biz bestie about this, and I'm going to be a little bit vulnerable with y'all and tell y'all a little bit about my business and about, when I say my business, I mean like my personal business, my mindset, my processing. You need to audit your time. If you feel like you're not making as much progress in your business as you would like, I want you to put a number 1 in the chat. And this is not to call you out. This is for all of us to be together, because I'm gonna put a 1 up. If you feel like you're not doing what you could be doing in your business, I want you to put a number 1 in the chat. If you feel like you're distracted by other things, I want you to put a number 1 in the chat. If you feel like you are not actively using your time appropriately in your business, I want you to put a number 1 in the chat. And don't be shy. This is not to call you out. This is for us to see like you are not alone. A lot of other business owners are dealing with the same or similar things. I see Ebony, I see Nicole, I see Shay. Yes. So you are not alone. I've been doing this for 6 years and I'm still like, I'm not using my time all the way effectively. I'm 10 times better than I used to be, but every now and again, my biz bestie like, it's your crystal cycle. Every now I got to smack myself and be like, girl, get it together. So I'm suggesting you do a time audit. I want you to look and see how you have been spending your time in the past week, in the past month. Thank y'all so much for the likes and the shares on TikTok. I really appreciate it. How have you been spending your time? I looked at my screen time and I got 2 phones. Okay. I have 2 iPhones, one for business, one for personal. I've looked at my time and I realized, Crystal, you're spending too much time scrolling. That scrolling time is not bringing you any clients. It's not bringing you any money. It's not helping you get further in your business. You're not doing anything productive. A little bit of scrolling time is necessary. But the hours a day that I was spending scrolling, either in the morning or at night in the bed always gets me. Like when you go to bed with your phone and you start scrolling. And I looked at my screen time and I was like, I am not happy with my screen time. I am not happy with the amount of time that I'm scrolling. So I want you to do a time audit and I want you to see, where are you spending your time? Not your family time, not your spouse time, not the time with your children, not your personal time where you're getting relaxing, taking a bath, a spa, not when you're reading, not that. I'm talking about watching a whole Netflix series. I don't have to watch all 10 episodes at once. That's not the best use of my time unless I've carved out that time, because OG Crystal, Friday was the day I watched all my shows. I worked on my business 6 days a week. Friday nights, I watched my shows, but I didn't have time. Netflix wasn't like it is now back then. I didn't have time to watch 10 episodes. Every show that, hey, Destiny, every show that came on that week, so maybe like 3 or 4 shows of the week, I would watch them all on Fridays. But my point being, sitting down to watch all 10 episodes of a Netflix show when you are grinding at your 9 to 5 and trying to grow your business may not be the best use of your time if you're watching 10 episodes every single week. For me, it's scrolling. For me, it's TikTok. The amount of hours that my iPhone said that I was on TikTok, and I was like, okay, if I went live 5 times this week, that's 5 hours on TikTok that I was live. So that shows me 5 hours on TikTok and 5 hours on Instagram, because on each phone, I'm okay with that. But when my screen time says that I've spent, I don't even want to say the hours because it's disgusting. I've spent 18 to 20 hours on social media and I only went live 5 hours. And when I post, and then I'll say, all right, so how many TikTok live replays did I post this week? I posted 3. It usually takes me about 15 minutes to edit each one. That's 45 minutes. So you mean to tell me the rest of that time was scrolling? Even with me posting my Instagram stories, that takes 2 minutes to post Instagram stories. So I'm like, all right, I'll give myself 5 hours that I was live. Then let's just be generous and give myself 2 hours I was posting, editing content, responding to DMs. That's still 7 hours on each platform. You mean to tell me 18 to 20 hours? Oh, absolutely not. That means almost 10 hours of scrolling. And that's me being generous, because there has been weeks where it was more than that. So I had to sit down and tell myself, is this the best use of my time? Crystal, is this the best use of your time? Absolutely not. Why? Because I had big goals for my business. I had big goals for me personally. Okay. So one thing that I did, which is a little bit off topic than what we're talking about, but y'all are with me, right? One thing I did is I made a running list. It's called Everything But Scroll. I put personal and I put business. And I said, when I get the urge to scroll for more than like 30 minutes in a day, I need to do something off this list. My biz bestie gave me some tips, like make the scrolling worth your while. Are you engaging with your audience? Are you looking for new clients? Are you make it? And I was like, okay, but I need a little bit more than that. I need to give myself a hard cutoff, right? And make my time more useful because my time is precious. And when I saw those numbers, I felt like I was wasting my time. I felt like I was mushing my brain when I could have been doing something even more productive, even if it was as simple as cleaning out the junk drawer, cleaning out my old shoes. If I haven't worn these clothes in over a year, I need to get rid of them and get new clothes when the time has come, but get rid of the stuff that's clogging up my closet, right? There's a drawer in my room that I need to clean. Cabinets in the kitchen. How many of y'all have bowls with no tops and tops with no bowls? Things that have been broken, ripped up that you should have been getting rid of, right? I'm saying all this to say there's more productive things that I could be doing. And it'll probably only take me 30 minutes to clean out the cabinet. Clean out the cabinet, then you can scroll for a little bit. But at least I did something that was productive. Business-wise, looking at my time, and I'm like, I could have easily put another 5 to 10 hours a week into my business versus an extra 10 hours a week scrolling on social media. Even if I split that time and give myself 5 personal hours and 5 business hours, that would have been a better use of my time. So I'm telling y'all all of this to say, you are not alone. You are not alone in this. There was 5 other people who admitted to it. And there's probably a bunch of other people who were like, I'm not telling her my business, which is cool, right? Look and see where you are spending your time. And you decide, as the person that's in charge of your life and your business, is this the best use of my time? If the answer is no, I want you to be like, well, let me reallocate, which is my next tip, reallocate some of this time towards creating content in my business, okay? So you're going to audit your time. You're going to allocate time for your business and for your content, okay? Now, the next thing I want you to do is when we think about content, I want you to think about it in 2 buckets. I want you to think about planning and producing, and I want you to think about creating and filming. So planning and producing is when you are deciding your content topics, when you are deciding how often you're going to post your core content each week, outlining that, deciding on IG covers or YouTube thumbnails, deciding on titles of your videos, captions. That's planning. And then producing is once the videos are created, editing, uploading, and scheduling. Because those are things that you can do independent of you being able to record them. Then when you think about the second bucket of creating and filming, that's when you actually are putting your face to the camera, the voice to the camera, when you're actually putting the content together. If you're doing a carousel post or something like that, that's creating and filming. That's when you're actively being creative and making the content. Does this make sense? Yes or no? 2 buckets, planning and producing, and then recording and filming. Does this make sense? Yes or no? And I guess I should say planning and post-production. Planning and post-production. Like planning and like after you record the content. It's 9:30. Where's your bonnet? Okay. So when you think about your content, I want you to think about them in those 2 buckets, okay? Because the next tip that I have for you when it comes to creating time for your content, each week, I want you to open up your calendar and I want you to allocate specific time that you are going to do the planning and post-production and the creating and filming. I like to do a weekly to-do list with myself, but I want you to decide like, okay, This is how many hours I am dedicating to creating content, and this is how many hours I'm dedicated to to planning and producing. What does this look like, Crystal? I'm going to tell you what it looks like from my perspective and what I'm helping my clients do. I decide my content for the month. So it's September 22nd. Right now, I am recording and deciding content for October. So I would love for you to decide your content for October. On average, it takes me 1 to 2 hours to choose my content topics and outline them. The way you do that is you decide on your core pieces of content. If Instagram is your platform, you want to post 3 reels a week and go live once a week. That means you need 3 pieces of pre-recorded content every single week. For the month, that's 12 video topics, right? So give yourself 1 to 2 hours to decide your 12 video topics and to outline them. What is an outline? 3 to 5 key talking points of what you're going to talk about around this topic. Okay. Let me know if I'm making sense. Drop some yeses in the comments if this is making sense to you. Okay. Once you outline those videos, the next step after that is going to be for you to record. So once you've decided on your video topics and you've outlined them, you're going to give yourself, I say 3 to 5 hours. It may take a lot less time, but give yourself more time. 3 to 5 hours to record all 12 videos. This is my secret to consistency. Plan, batch, and schedule. Batching just means doing all the things together. So you're going to decide your 12 Instagram reels, your 12 TikToks, your 2 YouTube videos a week. You're going to decide them. You're going to outline them. Then you're going to pick a day or 2 and you're going to record all the content. It's September 22nd right now. By September 30th, all of your October videos should be recorded. Okay? You're going to pick a day. You're going to record all the videos. Do your makeup if you need to feel cute. Do your hair. I bring out 3 to 4 different shirts, and I do like 3 to 4 videos in one shirt, and then I switch. 3 to 4 videos in one shirt, and then I switch. Okay? Record all of the content. Give yourself 3 to 5 hours. And then once your content is recorded on a weekly basis, you're going to go in, you're going to edit, and you're going to schedule. I posted a video today and a story on Instagram where on Sundays, I like to plan my content. I usually edit my content on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, and then on Sunday, I schedule it for the next week. So weekly, you go in and edit and schedule it. So you don't have to think about it. You can schedule content on every single platform. That should take you about an hour or so a week. Get the videos ready for the week and get them scheduled. Does this make sense? Yes or no? If you're like, Crystal, I don't know how much time it's going to take me, I want to encourage you to track your time. So I've found that I can record 3 to 4 10-minute YouTube videos in 1 hour. That's me taking a sip of water in between, fixing my lipstick, fixing my shirt. Those 3 to 4 hours, I do it in those 3 to 4 videos, I do it in one shirt. Okay. The reason why I know that is I set a timer for myself and I see how many videos did I do in an hour. I did 4. One time I did 5 because I was just like, right. But the shortest amount I've done in 1 hour is 3, depending on how many takes and if it was a longer video, right? So I want you to track your time. How long does it take you to decide your video topics? How long does it take you to outline your video topics? How long does it take you to record? How long does it take you to edit a 10-minute video? How long does it take you to edit a 2-minute TikTok? And that becomes your standard. Okay. So if it takes me 10 minutes to edit a 2-minute TikTok, that means that every week I'm going to need about 30 minutes to edit my 3 TikToks. Right? So you give yourself a little leeway, give yourself 45 minutes to edit them. If you're done sooner, great. You can edit some more or you can give yourself the gift of time. Okay. When it comes to making time, it's all about giving yourself the buckets to do it and sticking to it in your calendar. Okay. So now you're going to allocate your time and you're going to track your time as you're doing it in real time. The other thing, it just left me. The other thing I wanted to say is that as a business owner, You are in charge of your time, and there's no one cracking the whip with you on your time. So when you put your time on your calendar, I want you to make it non-negotiable, like you show up for everyone and everything else. Pretend it's a meeting with your boss. Pretend it's you taking your kids to the doctor. Pretend it's you going to a church meeting, a family reunion. You know how you respect everybody else's time? I want you to respect yourself the same way. And I want you to put this time on your calendar for your business in general and specifically in your content. You are doing yourself a disservice if you wake up every day and try to figure out what to post. I have tons of videos on my YouTube channel, Build a Business with Chris, Build a Business with KRYS. Go subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And watch the videos on planning, batching, deciding your content. Planning your content for the month is going to change your life. It's September 22nd. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days to decide and record your October videos. You don't have to edit them, but in the next 9 days, you should decide how many times you want to post each week, your core content, your core videos, okay? A question I get a lot is how often should I be posting? If you're doing anything besides YouTube long form videos, you should be posting 3 to 5 videos per week. 3 to 5 videos per week, not a day, per week. A good average number, do 4. If you're like, I can't do 4. If you're like, I need a low end, do 3. Whatever you pick it. It's your cadence, right? But I want you in the next 9 days, decide how many times you're going to post in October per week. Multiply it by all the weeks in October. I want you to decide all of your video topics. I have a live and I have a video on how to figure out your video topics, okay? And then I want you to record them all by September 30th. Your life is going to change when your content is planned. If you're like, Crystal, this sounds great, but I need help doing this. This sounds awesome, but I'm already a little bit overwhelmed with creating content. If you're overwhelmed with creating content, put a number 1 in the chat. If you're not consistently creating your content, put a number 1 in the chat. If you would love to plan your content for a month, but you're like, whoa, that's a lot, put a number 1 in the chat. If you would love some support creating your content for the month, put a number 1 in the chat. It took me years before I came up with this content strategy. I used to record, edit, and upload in one day, 1 video a day. And that was exhausting. That I don't know how I did it. Crystal today does not know how Crystal back then did it. It was exhausting, okay? But once I came and I started doing more evergreen content, meaning these are videos that people can watch anytime and still get a transformation, it became so much easier for me to actually batch out my videos. So I am here to help you create a 60-day content plan. I am offering a one-time strategy session where we work together for 90 minutes and you will leave with a 60-day content plan. You will leave with 60 days worth of content ideas for your business. You're going to know what you're going to be posting. You're going to know what emails to send to your email list. And most importantly, you're going to know how to sell in those 60 days. Okay. Some people may be selling join my email list and some people may be selling their product or service. But the point being, you're going to leave with a Google Doc with all the things that you need to implement when it comes to your next 60-day strategy. And we will do that together on Zoom in a 90-minute strategy session. Okay. You get me, you get my brain. I'm going to help you figure out where to get the best content ideas from. We're going to search through them through Google to make sure that they are content ideas that people are actually searching for, things that people actually need within your business and within your industry. I'm going to put it all in a Google Doc for you. We're going to plan it all out. All you're going to have to do is outline and record the videos and you will be good to go. This strategy session also comes with 2 weeks of Voxer access. So you get 2 weeks of being able to text and voice message me every single day to get feedback, support, whatever you need as you implement. So you can book your strategy session at KristenMaximizer.com, click on work with me and click on content strategy session. And we will leave with 60 days worth of content. The strategy session is $249. and you leave with a 60-day strategy. I'm not selling a product, but this is helpful for my nonprofit. Yes, when it comes to content, absolutely. This can help anyone, whether you're selling something or not. This can definitely help you. So I did have an example here that I forgot to say. When it comes to how many hours you need to make time for your content, what I said was 1 to 2 hours to decide your topics and outline them, 4 to 5 hours to record, 3 to 4 hours to edit, upload, and schedule. So total for a month, you'll probably be investing somewhere between 10 to 12 hours a month on your content, broken up at different times. But again, it's September. We'll be working on October. In October, you work on November, and so on and so forth, right? My plan in October, your girl is going to be recording November and December, because I'm not going to want to record in November. And then probably at the end of October, early November, I'm going to record January. So that way, by Thanksgiving, all of my content will be done. Probably not even by Thanksgiving. By November 15th, all of my content for November, December, and January will be done, because I know I'm not going to want to record. And then I'll just have to wait for January to do February's content. So I would love to open the floor about questions about creating content for your business, but most importantly, making time to create content for your business. What questions do we have? Questions, comments, concerns. If you don't have any questions, was this helpful? Yes or no? Let me know if this was helpful. YouTubers and Facebookers, y'all are kind of quiet. Well, only YouTubers. Y'all are kind of quiet over there. Let me know if this was helpful or if you have any questions. I talked about the main questions. How often should we be posting? 3 to 5 times per week on every platform besides long form YouTube videos. So YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, 3 to 5 times per week is how often you should be posting. You should be posting video content. If you want to do a carousel, do a carousel. If you're someone who goes live, I would say go live at least once per week, okay? And if you're doing long form YouTube videos, I would say 1 video a week, but hopefully 2. 2 is better. I'm moving to 2 YouTube videos per week because I'm also implementing a short strategy. So as I'm recording my October content, I'm also recording content for shorts. So I'm going to be doing more shorts, and I'm going to be making those shorts into TikToks and Reels as well. Okay. So that's it. How many clients do you have? So I've still signed 2 clients for my group coaching for the month of September. So that's what I'm working with for the month of September. And then I am selling strategy sessions right now. So I have strategy sessions available at this current moment. Okay. What other questions do we have around content or creating time for content? How often to post is something I get. Some people always ask, like, what's the best platform? As a business owner, you make the platform. The platform doesn't make you. You can make any platform work for you in your business. So you want to choose a platform where your ideal clients are and a platform that you want to actually be on. So find that intersection between where your ideal clients are and what platform you actually want to be on, what platform you feel comfortable creating content on, and pick that one. If you're like, I have no idea, if all else fails, go with an Instagram business page and a Facebook business page and just post the same thing on your Instagram and your Facebook. That's a great place to start. I don't suggest in the beginning trying to post on every platform. I suggest one main platform. So we're talking about creating content, one main platform, and you want to create core content videos. Okay. Your core content videos every week, those 3 to 5, or if you're on YouTube too, you want to have one main platform and a core content that you're posting every week. Now, if you have a secondary platform, like for me, YouTube's my main platform. I post twice a week. My secondary platforms are Instagram and TikTok. I post the same thing on Instagram and TikTok. Today, I posted something as an Instagram story and I posted it as a TikTok, whatever. I post the same thing on Instagram and TikTok, but it's all derived from YouTube. I go live more than anything. So I go live 4 to 5 times per week. My live topics come from my YouTube videos that I've created. So I'll take an actual YouTube video and I will make it alive, talk about the same thing. I will pull a talking point or two from a YouTube video and make it alive and just elaborate on it, because I can pull out one topic and talk for 30 minutes about it. I love to talk, right? So I don't rack my brain trying to create content for every platform. I am going to start making shorts because I'm maximizing my YouTube. That's the other thing I want to say about creating content. Whatever platform you choose, use all its features. YouTube, the long form, and the shorts, those are the features, and the community posts. So I realized I have not been posting on shorts consistently. So I'm like, you know what? I am going to create a short strategy, but I'm going to repurpose those shorts and put the same short on Instagram and TikTok. But I'm not creating any new content for TikTok or Instagram. All of that content, those content ideas, even if I re-record something, it all comes from the ideas that I've decided for my YouTube videos. Okay. So, are there any other questions? I do want to thank you all so much for joining me tonight. Does anybody have any other questions about content? Any other questions about creating time, finding time for your content? If you don't have any questions, just let me know if this was helpful for you. Just let me know if this was helpful for you. Why is everything logging out? Did I do? Oh, I must have did a. Any other questions? I don't see any. Thank y'all for joining me tonight. I really do appreciate it. I love going live. That's why I go live 4 to 5 times a week, because I am a psychomaniac and I love going live. I do. I really, really do. I really enjoy it. I do. I really enjoy going live. It brings me so much joy. Hi. Thanks for joining. We were talking about finding time to create content for your business. But I'm at the end here. I've shared all my topics. If you want to watch the replay, you can watch the replay on my YouTube channel, Build a Business with Krys. It's Build a Business with KRYS. And you can watch the replay there. I also have a bunch of videos and playlists on creating content, batching content, all the things. So if you have any questions after this live, feel free to slide into my DMs at Krys the Maximizer. Otherwise, I will see y'all next time. Bye.